Welcome back to another episode of Cuckoo Culture. For those of you who are new to the show, I'm your host, Culture. For my returning viewers, welcome back. It's good to see you again. My co-host, Cuckoo, pops in and out of the episode to help me out with the show. It's that time of season where Halloween is here, so I figure Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is perfect for me. It's a little low-key, not so scary. So I figure let's do a not so scary episode for you guys. We actually did this shot once already, and we got the pink one just right behind us. So this time, I got a green one. So I'm sure you guys might be wondering, are there any costume guidelines before you go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? So for this segment, I'm actually going to kick it over to Cuckoo, and he's going to break down if there's any costume guidelines and what those costume guidelines are. So that way, when you come to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, you don't have to leave any part of your costume behind, because there are quite a bit of rules and regulations. So for that portion, I'm going to turn it over to Cuckoo, and he's going to go over the costume guidelines for you. All right, you guys, so I'm getting ready to take off and take flight with Dumbo. I'm going to kick it over to Cuckoo so he can go over the costume guidelines for you guys. So Cuckoo, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Culture. Enjoy your flight on Dumbo. Let's go ahead and go over the costume guidelines. Costume masks of any kind may not be worn. Capes may be worn if the length does not go below the waist. Your costume cannot reach or drag on the ground. For example, full-length princess dresses. Acceptable accessories include the following: transparent wings, plastic lightsabers, toy swords. Costumes including headwear covering the face is prohibited. Your costume may not contain sharp objects, pointed objects, or materials that may accidentally strike another guest. You should have no trouble dressing for the occasion if you adhere to our costume recommendations. And that will do it for costume guidelines. I am going to turn it back over to Culture to continue the show. I hope you all have a happy Halloween.
That never gets old.
Another question too is, how much candy do you get at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? So I want to kind of just go over how much candy you can get. So Cuckoo's going to go ahead and tally how many trick-or-treat stations that we hit up so we can keep track and just see how much candy that we get at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So not only will Cuckoo be keeping track and tally of how many trick-or-treat stations that we hit up at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, I'm also going to kick it off to Cuckoo to go over our Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween itinerary. So yeah, Cuckoo's going to go over the itinerary. He's going to keep track of how many trick-or-treating stations do we hit up. And then, of course, we're going to see just how much candy we can get at this thing, because that's really what this is all about. Cuckoo, go ahead and take over and go over our itinerary.
Where will this nerd journey lead us next? It's time for the
Cuckoo Culture Itinerary.
Boom.
Welcome to the Cuckoo Culture Itinerary, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Edition. In this segment, we'll discuss what to anticipate from Culture's next nerd journey. I will be helping Culture keep track of the trick-or-treat stations, but that will be the last topic of the episode. Let's get into the itinerary and discuss the first topic. First up, we have terrifying treats and toys. For this part, Culture will go over the exclusive popcorn bucket they have at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Culture will also go over the souvenirs they offer exclusively to the event. You can also expect tricks and tips on how to not miss out on exclusive merchandise. Our next topic on the itinerary will be attractions with a frightful flair. Culture will go over his favorite ride that has an extra spooky flair to it. Additionally, Culture will go over the wait times. Stay tuned to see what ride Culture chose to go on for the event. Our next topic on the itinerary will be Mickey's Boo to You Parade. For this part, Culture will go over how to get a good spot for the parade. Culture will also cover how to avoid bad weather so you do not miss the show. Culture will also be sure to go over the show times. To kick off the segment, we will dive right into some spooky highlights from the parade. Once the highlights are finished, Culture will wrap up the segment with his spooky tips. Our next topic on the itinerary will be Disney's Not-So-Spooky Spectacular. For this part, Culture will go over the showtimes for Disney's Not-So-Spooky Spectacular, as well as tricks and tips to make the show more enjoyable. You will get a chance to see highlights from the fireworks show. After the highlights, Culture will end the topic with his take on the fireworks show. Our next topic on the itinerary will be trick-or-treating throughout Magic Kingdom. In this segment, we'll discuss what to anticipate for the trick-or-treat stations, as well as how much candy you can get. You will get the chance to tag along Culture as he hits up each trick-or-treat station. In this topic is where I will be helping Culture keep track of the trick-or-treat stations. Our next topic on the itinerary will be final thoughts and opinions. Culture will give his review on Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween Party, as well as go over how much candy was collected. I will be sure to put a final count up on how many trick-or-treat stations Culture was able to get to. And that will do it for the Cuckoo Culture Itinerary. I hope you all have a happy Halloween. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up and drop a comment on your favorite part of the show. I am going to kick it back over to Culture so he can go over the first topic. I will see you all throughout the show to assist.
It's recording now. We are officially recording. Okay, terrifying treats and toys. It has become a bit of a thing for the popcorn buckets each year. 2024 makes no exception. They released the Evil Teddy. So my advice to you is make sure that you come because the line gets pretty long. They start letting guests in around 3 p.m. So if I were you, I would get here a little early so that you don't miss out. Plus, you'll be standing in line. As you can see, the line gets pretty long, and it goes back there. It goes back pretty far. So if you want to pick up any exclusive things like the popcorn buckets, I highly recommend starting off your Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween Party that way. And then you can kind of lead your way from there. This is a good way to get this out of the way because you don't want to start off your trip standing in line for an hour and a half to an hour. But it goes back there. It gets pretty long. And not to mention the popcorn buckets sell out pretty quick. So make sure, this is 2024. Again, they're doing Evil Teddy for this one. They may do something different. They have like the Mickey with the evil pumpkin. For this one, we got the Evil Teddy. I went ahead and skipped the Mickey pumpkin. Make sure you get here early if you want to pick up the exclusive popcorn bucket. We did also pick up some exclusive merch. They have quite a few different pens to choose from. I went ahead and actually chose the pass holder pen. It says 2024, Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween. And then it has just the classic Mickey, I believe Donald. I don't have it in front of me, but it is the classic, characters. But they did have some Hercules characters. I did see Lion King also, but I went with the 2024 pen. And then there was a really cool spirit jersey that they had that we ended up picking up for my daughter. If you want to make sure that you check out any of the merch, you can definitely make your rounds and pick up the merch. I usually start off my park trip if there's some type of event. I try to get the merch out of the way. So if there's something that is limited edition, I know that I have it in my hands and I can enjoy the parade, the fireworks, the rides, etc. And that's going to be the segment for terrifying treats and toys. Make sure you get here early if you want to get your exclusive product. Sweet. So, the next thing on their list is attractions with a frightful flair. They have quite a few attractions here that they have spruced up for the Halloween event for the Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween Party. One of those being Space Mountain, one of my all-time favorite rides at Magic Kingdom. So let's go ahead and check out Space Mountain and see what it's all about for Halloween, for Mickey's Not-So-Scary Halloween Party. One thing that does kind of suck is the wait time shows 30 minutes, right? So we chose to get in line for 30 minutes. And if you look right behind me, the cart is not moving. So now it's gone up to 40 minutes, right? And we're trying to hit up the last of the trick-or-treating spots, but now we're sitting here in this line. So this is what I'm talking about when I say time is of the essence. You have to make these choices. We could very well miss out on some trick-or-treating spots due to this. So as you can see over there, they're not operating. So I just thought I would throw that out for the Frightful Flair. If attractions or rides are your thing, you might want to skip a show or two because you could miss out on rides. Just want to go on the record. make sure, again, use your time wisely, because here we are, waiting in a line that should have only been 30 minutes, but is now 40 minutes. Yeah. Oh my God, we finally made it to the front. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Alright, we're on Space Mountain. It's completely dark. I cannot see a thing. So there's really nothing to film, guys. I will be back. Dude, it's like completely dark in here. You cannot see anything. I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's it. It's just completely dark, you guys. Yep. That is Space Mountain. Completely black. Completely black. Blacked out. All black. All black. And we're back. Jeez. We just got off of Space Mountain with a frightful flare. And let me tell you, I don't know about any flares because it's completely dark in there. You can't see a thing.
We invite and compel here a slithering snake with a sorcerer's power to give, but not take.
Mickey's Boo to You Halloween Parade. Let's dive into it.
You go back down, right?
Some people really like to dance with Max. Okay, so Mickey's Boo to You Halloween Parade, I gotta say, is pretty sweet. It just ended, it just wrapped up, and here are my tips for you just to ensure that you do get a good spot. There are 2 parades. I would suggest trying to do the first one. If you do the first one, you get it out of the way because after this, there's a fireworks show and that's at 10 p.m. So if you want to get fireworks also involved, I would suggest doing the first parade. Also keep in mind weather. If a hurricane comes your way, Mother Nature always wins. If it rains, they will cancel. So keep in mind, you want to do the first one if possible. You can do the second one, but again, you really don't know what the weather conditions are going to be. So to me, for me personally, I wanted to get the first one out of the way, and I also want to check out the fireworks because there's only one show for the fireworks. fireworks show. So as of 2024, show times were 8:15, and then there's another one, I believe, at 11:15. Let me double check that. Yeah, so the show times are going to be 8:15 and 11:15. Again, this is for 2024. Your show times could vary, so make sure you double check the times as well as the weather. I cannot stress the weather. Also, just to touch on weather a little bit for you, I originally had tickets scheduled for September 26th. But as I say, Mother Nature always wins, and Hurricane Helene came in, and we had to actually postpone our Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So my advice to you also, make sure you keep an eye on the weather as well as track hurricanes. You have something coming in September, anywhere from October, could have a hurricane coming between your Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party plans, and you don't want that. I made sure to stay on top of it, and by doing so, I was able to call early, and Disney was able to move my Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party to October 3rd, and there was a bit of a difference in price. Disney actually picked up that difference in price. So make sure you're on it. I'm telling you, weather is going to be a huge factor for you to have success in your Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. And really, that's my advice for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party parade. I personally come to the events for the parades. So if you want to get a good spot for the parade, come early so you can get a curb seat. Otherwise, you will be standing behind there. You cannot stand in front of the trash cans. So just some fun little tips for you. Get here early, check the weather, check the timing, and you'll be set up for success. And that's going to do it for this segment for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parade. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. Disney's Not So Spooky Spectacular. This is where Jack Skellington comes out along with his friends, and they only do one showing for this. It's at 10 p.m., so you kind of have to book it right after the first parade, and then after that, essentially you're left with about an hour and a half. But we haven't hit up all the trick-or-treating spots yet, so we're going to catch this parade, and then we're going to try to hit up some more trick-or-treating spots, and we haven't even done any of the attractions, so I'm learning that it's definitely hard to try to accomplish everything at one Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. This is what it's looking like so far. Pretty crowded. Also, for my folks that do need any sign language, they do offer sign language for select nights. So if you want sign language for the fireworks show, they got you covered. I have dates actually listed right here for you. One sec. So for Mickey's Not So Spooky Spectacular Fireworks Show, for sign language, you have Friday, August 23rd, and again, this is 2024, followed up by date Thursday, September 26th. And again, 2024, of course. And then the last day is for Thursday, October 24th. Again, these are all dates for 2024. So if you want dates, be sure to check the schedule. They do offer sign language for my folks out there that do need sign language. I just thought I'd throw that out there for you guys for a helpful tip. And again, you're going to want to make sure they make this one because they only do one fireworks show unless they change that for next year. But as of this show, just right behind me for the Mickey's Not So Spooky Spectacular, as you can see the castle, yeah, they only do one show. So if you want to get good seats, make sure you come at a good time for this epic show. Kind of crazy that they only do one show. I wish they would have done more, like maybe one more at midnight would have been cool. But they do the Hocus Pocus, the Sanderson sisters. They do that like 3 times out of the show. So you get the one Mickey's Spooky Spectacular Fireworks Show that we're waiting for patiently. And then after that, you only have an hour and a half to do attractions or trick-or-treating. So that's my only gripe. I feel like there's not enough time in this event. I wish there was more time. Okay, so we just finished Mickey's Spooky Spectacular Fireworks Show. Let me tell you, you don't want to miss it. That was really something to see. I thought it was, honestly, the highlight was seeing Jack Skellington come out. The mobility that he had, as well as just him moving around, was really honestly pretty cool to see. So I highly recommend checking out the Mickey's Not So Spooky Spectacular Fireworks Show. I might have said that backwards, but it's definitely worth checking out. So get a spot, because this is what it's looking like behind me. And there's another Hocus Pocus show, so everybody's getting ready to line up for the Hocus Pocus show and see it. I think there's one more at midnight, so we're gonna try to do some more trick-or-treating, and I think we're gonna head over to the Monster Laugh floor. But as far as the Mickey's Not So Spooky Spectacular Fireworks show, you gotta see it. You have to check it out. It's very much worth it. So that's my take on Mickey's Not So Spooky Spectacular. You should see it. And make sure you, again, check that weather and check the times. There's only one show. Keep that in mind as well. This one was at 10 p.m. tonight. And it's about 15 minutes, so good show time. That's going to wrap it up for Not So Spooky Spectacular Fireworks Show. Now to try to get some trick-or-treating in. Man, shot right here? This good? Oh, you know what? Let me check out my backpack. Trick-or-treating throughout Magic Kingdom. Where can you locate the candies, the goodies? That's what we're here for, right? When you come to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, you want the candy. The totes are kind of small, honestly. I was expecting them to be a little bit bigger. They're not that big, honestly, but they fill up with quite a bit. The first stop that we are at for our trick-or-treat stop is Gaston's Tavern. We're currently here. We've already collected our candy. We have to make our way. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 6 more to go. Keep in mind, these locations are not going to always be the same, but for this year, this is the list for 2024. Hopefully when you come, it'll be somewhat similar, and you can kind of know what to expect when you do your trick-or-treating. So let's go check out the rest of the spots. Boom, I think we're good. All right, so we just did the Philosopher Magic area where Sorcerer Mickey is. So I guess there's actually more than on what I had on that list that I read off. Make sure you definitely check your park map, because some of the ones that I have on the list are not here. So I'm learning that as we go. And the Philosopher Mickey, you get candy going in and you get candy going out. So honestly, that was a pretty good stop out of the list. All right, so the next one that we're checking out is the Harbor House. We're going to the Harbor House to collect our candy. Let's go. Guys got the goods? Yeah. Okay, we just got our candy. We collected from Harbor House. You only get 1 round of candy at Harbor House. So not like the one prior where you got 2 doses on the way in, on the way out. But we're racking up our candy. We're getting quite a bit so far. Here we are approaching the laugh floor. We're getting ready to head inside Monsters Inc. laugh floor to do some trick-or-treating. Honestly, there's no special theming. This is always here. The theming is the same. It's actually surprisingly pretty short. It says it's about a 10-minute wait. I thought there's lightning lane as well. So that's a whole nother topic. I didn't even know you could do lightning lane. Oh, you can't? Okay, I was about to say, it's just there? Why are you putting that there and tricking me like that? What the heck, man? I take that lightning lane stuff very seriously. All right, we're coming up on our trick-or-treating for the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. I don't know what the saying is for laughing. Well, we laugh because we care. That doesn't even rhyme. I don't know about that one. Okay, we're coming up on the goods. We're coming up on the candy for the Monster Laugh floor. I keep wanting to call it the Scare floor. I feel like towards the end of the night, as it gets closer to like the end of the event, they just start throwing that candy in your bag because they just want to get rid of it at this point. Okay, so we officially collected the goods from the Monster Laugh floor. That was a quick one. And again, it's getting closer to midnight. I think we got like an hour and 20 minutes left. So we're trying to just haul ass, honestly, and just catch every last little trick-or-treat station that we can get. All right. So as of right now, we're going to the Carousel of Progress. There's a lot of trick-or-treat locations that I'm realizing are not on my list. Just because it's not on the list, it's actually a good thing. It's a positive thing, because there's actually a lot more trick-or-treating stations than I thought there would be. But the problem is, I don't think you're going to be able to hit them all. That's the main thing, is time is of the essence when you come to these events. Carousel of Progress, what's it looking like for the candy?
Have a good night.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Show me the goods. That's pretty quick. Just right behind me. Quick grab and go. So there you go. On to the next. Carousel of Progress. Success. Next trick-or-treating station. Let's go. We are now, as you can see, Tron is right behind me because this is one of the trick-or-treat stops. Right over here, got some trick-or-treating. Oh my goodness. Is this the best stop of the night? What? You guys are the best. Oh my God, MVP right here. Thank you guys. Happy Halloween. Yo, what? What the heck? Yo, MVP of the night right here. What? There's more? Oh man. No, look at this. No. Another one?
Hey, I love your jersey.
I appreciate you. I love you guys. Man, this is crazy. Look at this. All right, yeah, okay. That'll definitely do, you guys. Happy Halloween. That's crazy. I have these 2 bags and there's still more stands. We're not even done. I'm gonna lose all my teeth when this is over. If there's anything I've learned from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, you're gonna walk away with a lot of candy, you guys. This is crazy. Oh my God, look at this. Where are you gonna put the rest of yours? You already have 2 bags too. Everybody, like, what are we gonna do? We need an extra tote. Yeah, I don't need any more. I think I'm good with my 2 bags. Would you guys say success on the candy tonight?
Yeah, I'm going grocery shopping for candy.
Oh my gosh, honestly, we are like stacked on the candy. What? Oh gosh, which one is it? Oh, with the Diamond Horseshoe. We're at the Diamond Horseshoe doing some trick-or-treating. I don't know. I have plenty of candy. I don't need any more, but I guess we're getting more candy. Hello. Sorry about the lighting earlier. It's been pretty dark. So got some lighting going on in here. Oh, this is pretty cool theming in here. Again, we have gotten quite a bit of trick-or-treat bags. Let it be on the record, I said that I only had 2 bags, and I completely forgot that I already have put a completely full bag in my backpack. So I think I have literally like a total of like 3 or 4 bags of candy, and we're still going strong. Still getting more candy. I don't know how we're gonna do this. More candy? Oh gosh. All right, Cuckoo. I need you to go ahead and throw up how many trick-or-treat stations we have been to. Okay, we are leaving the Diamond Horseshoe. I'm telling you, trick-or-treating towards the end of the event, you're probably gonna get loaded up with a ton of candy because they are trying to get rid of that candy like it's burning a hole in their pockets. So get as much candy as you can towards the end of the night. You will not go home disappointed. Right, guys?
Right.
Exactly. Yes, it is time to go over my final thoughts and opinions. So here we go, Cuckoo. This is the final part of this episode. Well, my first opinion, I will say I think Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is very much worth it. It's a lot of fun. So if you've never been, you definitely, I think it's worth experiencing at least once. So right off the top, I can tell you that right now. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a lot of fun. There's a lot of decorations, a lot of festivities. I think one of the funnest parts about it is the people watching, and of course meeting other people. But just seeing all the costumes and the cosplays, people really show up in some really cool costumes. Some of them could even be meet and greets. It's almost like going to a Comic-Con. So that's a highlight right there for me. Just people watching and checking out everybody's costumes and what they brought. That's a highlight for sure. Oh, there we go. See you real soon. Okay, one pleasant surprise on the way out is actually not so bad. I'm used to it actually being pretty darn crowded, and it's actually not that bad. So I'm very pleased to see that. I think we're just gonna be able to hop right on either the boat or the monorail to get home. And when we get home, we'll wrap this up, go over what we got, as well as dump all the candy out. That's how we're gonna wrap this up, all right? Cuckoo, I'm heading home. Oh my goodness, man. This is crazy. Let me clip my mic here. Let's see here. So this is the tote that you walk in with, right? Let's boo this. I'm actually just not reading that. That's pretty funny. These are the ones that they were just handing me. Like, take more. And I was like, what? So there's 2 bags. This is my candy that I collected. Here's the 3rd one. And I thought I had a 4th one in there, but one of my kids might have taken it out, but that's okay. This is honestly still more than enough, I think. Let's just dump this bag in here. So then you have all this, and then you have this. Look at this. Dude, are you seeing how much? Let me grab the camera. Look at this. Look at all this candy. You get the ultimate hookup when it comes to candy. Look at all that candy. This is just my portion. I don't know. I just felt like when I saw the totes, right? When I saw the size of the tote that they gave, I was like, okay. But no, Disney, they did not hold back. So yeah, I would say that when it comes to the candy, yes, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party does not fail. They deliver what you come for. You get things like Skittles, Twix, Musketeers, Starburst. Oh my gosh, Lifesaver gummies? These are my favorite. Out of all the candy, it's the Lifesaver gummies. No Reese's Pieces though? What? Oh, that's a... Man, I'm a little shocked here, guys. Reese's Pieces is my go-to. Shout out to my boy Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode. Got you covered. Okay, you guys, so with that all said, that is going to do it for this episode of Cuckoo Culture. I had a lot of fun going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I want to know your thoughts, though. Leave a comment below. Are you the kind of person that likes to do the trick-or-treating? Or are you more of the person that would like to run and gun it, go on rides all day? Or do you feel it's important to not miss any of the shows? Leave a comment below. I'd love to start a conversation. There's no bad answer. I just love to get your thoughts and your opinions. So with that all said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my co-host, Cuckoo. Cuckoo is going to go ahead and end this episode. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time. Cuckoo, go ahead and take it over.
Thank you all so much for tuning into this episode of Cuckoo Culture. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We cover theme parks as well as attend pop culture events. Please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It truly means a lot to have your support. We hope you enjoyed this special spooky episode. Until next time.